Is your website giving your visitors a workout? Here's the solution. Hey guys, this is Richa from XPRO Elementor Addons. In this video, I'll show you how to improve your website's navigation with the advanced Elementor Scroll to Top button by XPRO. The advanced Scroll to Top button lets users instantly return to the top of their page with a single click, saving their time and improving their overall experience. You can use the advanced Scroll to Top button by XPRO on any type of website, whether it's for services, e-commerce, image hosting, informational, or blogs with a variety of content. These are just few examples. To use this widget, you need to buy and activate the Pro version of XPRO Elementor. You can find detailed video on our YouTube channel. Now let's get started. Check out this website where I have added a handy scroll to top button. Long web pages can be a lot to handle, but this button helps users navigate smoothly. Let's dive in as I walk you through creating this feature from scratch. Go to the search panel and search for the advanced Scroll to Top button by XPRO. Drag and drop it onto the template. This is the default view of the button. You can customize it to your liking. Under the Content tab, you can find the General section. Let's explore it. In the General drop-down menu, the first thing you can see is the layout. Here you can select Fixed, where the button is positioned at the bottom right of the page. This won't be displayed in your website, it is only in the editing mode. Let me show you. See, it doesn't appear over here. The next option is Inline, where you can place the button within the page wherever you prefer. For example, if you only want to display it at the end of the page, simply drag and drop it over there. I am selecting the fixed option because it ensures the button is consistently accessible regardless of the user's position on the page. Up next is the text field, where you can enter the text you would like to display with the button. By default, the text here is scroll to top, but you can type something else like back to top. Feel free to get creative. And if you don't want to show any, then just erase the text like I did. You can adjust how quickly the page scrolls using the scroll speed slide bar. Simply drag the slide bar or type a value in this digit box. Let's try it out. 2. No, it's too fast. How about 8? No. Let's set it to 5. 5 feels just right. I want the users to enjoy smooth navigation, neither too fast nor too slow, keeping it fun and user-friendly. The next cool feature is the entrance animation, where you can decide how the button appears. You've got a variety of options to select from its drop-down menu. You can select the animation type ranging from fading, zoom, bouncing, sliding, and much more. free to play around until you find a perfect one. I personally like the fade-in effect, how the button smoothly appears. Next, you can explore the icon option where you have the choice to upload an SVG file to use as the button icon, or you can select from the icon library. It's convenient that they even recommend icons to be displayed with the button. You can select from the recommended icons or browse through the entire icon library to find the perfect match. I like this one. Select and inserting it. Now, let's talk about icon positioning. If you have used any text with the icon, let me type one for the example. Then you can set the icon position before or after the text like this. Another cool feature is the Show After Page Scroll option. This automatically displays the button once the user scrolls down a specific distance on the page. Let's try it. Then there's alignment where you can set the button to either left or right. I'm selecting right for a clean and balanced look, especially since there's a lot of content on the left. Finally, the button ID feature. It allows you to assign a unique identifier to the button. Simply include this ID on any page of your website and this button will appear there like a magic. The Content tab is all set. Let's move to the Styling tab where you can style the button without any coding or spending any money or time on the designers. Just like the Content tab, there is a General section in the Style tab waiting to be styled. Let's get this done. Adjust the width and height of the button using this width and height option. Let's try for the width first. 80. No. 50 will be alright. I know it doesn't look right with the text, but I won't be using the text later, so 50. Let's keep it at 150 for now. We'll change it later. Now let's adjust the height of the button. Let's try the same 50 pixels. Next is typography. Here you can select the font for the text from this font family. You have got variety of fonts to select from. Make the font bigger or smaller from this size slide bar. In the weight options, you can select from multiple options like 100, 200, for bold 900. Now on to the transform option. Here we have uppercase, in which all letters are capital. Lowercase, that is opposite of uppercase. Capitalize, in which only the first letter of each word is capital. For style, you have the options of normal, italic, and oblique. Italic and oblique are similar, oblique is smoother. As for decoration, you can select from underline, overline, or line through. Moving on to the line height, where you can adjust the height between line. Now let's try letter spacing, where you can adjust the space between letters. And in word spacing, you can adjust the space between words like this. This is how you can style the typography. Moving on to the offset position, you can shift a button from its original position using the offset. You can move it to the left, right, top or bottom like this, or enter the value here, keeping it to the default 20 pixels. This tool is useful for precise positioning, ensuring the button fits perfectly into the design. Then comes the normal and hover options. Let's first try the normal option. That is the default state of the button. You can select the color for the icon from this icon color option. I like the white color, it matches the website's theme. Next, you can select the color for the text from here. If you are using any text, then select the color that creates a great contrast with the icon. I'm going with the white, although I won't be using the text later. It's just to give you guys an idea. Now the background type, you can either go for a classic background or a gradient. Let's try the classic first. You can select any color from here. This color looks cool, right? Now let's try the gradient. Selecting color 1, something bright, and now color 2. You can adjust the location using this color slide bars. You can also select the gradient type, either linear or radial. With linear, you can set the angle, and with radial, you can adjust its position from this drop-down menu. If you are not a fan of gradient background, you can simply remove it. It's pretty cool. Next is the border type. You have many options like solid, double, dotted. It will appear around the button like this, adding a finishing touch to its appearance. Then there is border width. Increase or decrease the thickness of the border from here, unlink it and adjust it separately. Select the color for the border from this border color option. The next awesome feature is the box shadow, enhancing the button appearance. Select the shadow color from here. And play around with the horizontal and vertical directions. Control the blurriness from this blur option. Adjust the blur spread by dragging the slide bar. Oh, and for an extra cool effect, try Inset to create shadow inside the edges, or Outline for a shadow on the outer edges. In the position option, I'm keeping it at default. Then is the border radius. You can make the border edges softer by typing values like 5, 10. And if you like to have fully rounded edges, then go for values like 20, 50. You can also link the values and set it differently like this. And keeping it at 50 pixels. This tool is so simple yet so impressive, right? Next, adjust the padding. Padding is the distance between the empty spaces. I'm selecting default in the border type. Okay, now let's go for the hover option. This color appears when the user hovers the mouse over the button. For the icon and text color, selecting the background color which I did for the normal option. And in the background type, selecting white. I'm selecting opposite of the normal. Now let's check it out. Yeah, nice. And let's try for the gradient. Yeah, checking with the classic color. Lastly, the icon styling. Adjust the size of the icon from here. Let's try something. 15. No. 18. No. 20. Perfect. Now adjust the space between the icon and text from this icon space slide bar. Okay, now you have got the idea of how to style the text. So deleting it. And changing the width to 50. See, I told you that this width would look perfect without the text. And that's it. Let's have a look. So this is what you can do with this advanced amazing widget by Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more amazing videos.